There's an existential question about the future of Ripple that I don't think enough people are talking about. And that is, what is the state of adoption for XRP over the past 2 years? Because everyone's been fixated on Ripple's lawsuit versus the SEC. And for sure, that's important. Like, depending on the verdict, XRP could absolutely rocket or dump. But ultimately, I think that will only affect XRP's price in the short to mid-term. And if we're looking to determine its long-term value, then we gotta look at the fundamentals, like the state of adoption. That's actually been on my mind for several months now. And I finally had the chance to do some research to see if XRP has legit adoption or if it's still a bunch of hopium. So during my research, I found 4 things that Ripple has been working on over the past 2 years. So let's analyze each one and see what they mean for XRP adoption. But first, some disclaimers, because I know some of y'all are going to comment before even watching my video. Number 1, my goal is to be fair and nuanced with this video. Like, I will share stats and screenshots of what I found. So if you disagree with any of my points, please don't yell FUD and write off my entire video. Instead, share your details, facts, and links so we can all take a look. Number 2, I will not delete your comments, but sometimes YouTube's algorithm auto-hides comments if they think they're mean or spammy. So just keep that in mind, and I'll try to unhide comments as fast as I can. And number 3, I know that Ripple and XRP/XRP Ledger are separate entities. The team is trying very hard to push that distinction, but the reality is that Ripple, the software company, is a major contributor, user, and buyer of both XRP and the Ledger. Plus, most of the time, any news regarding Ripple is spun as positive for XRP. That's why I think it's fair to analyze Ripple's activities and see how they affect XRP. And the first thing to analyze is their flagship product, ODL, or On-Demand Liquidity. That has to do with cross-border payments, which, if you remember, was the original use case of XRP. And their ODL service has been doing quite well. Like, their adoption and usage has grown significantly over the past 2 years. Per Ripple's most recent markets report, the volume of their ODL service grew 9x since Q2 of last year. Also, check out this chart. It represents their sales of XRP minus their purchases of XRP. And according to them, their sales of XRP are, quote, attributed to the growth and adoption of ODL. So based on that chart, we see that it has grown quite a bit in the past 2 years, even though it does fluctuate a bit from quarter to quarter. And actually, it does make sense that ODL has seen more adoption because they've been signing a lot of new customers to use their service. Like, they got Travelex in Brazil, which uses ODL to do cross-border payments with Mexico. Vinci in Lithuania, which will use ODL for remittances as well as B2B payments. People, which is the first fintech company in the Middle East to use ODL. SBI Remit, which is using the service in Japan. And Tranglo, which will bring ODL to Southeast Asia. So they're enabling cross-border payments for countries all over the world. And it's actually great to see them expand like this because their US-based clients like MoneyGram left them after their lawsuit stuff went down. So this is all looking great for Ripple, but the bigger question is, does this adoption benefit XRP? Well, to my understanding, their ODL service does use XRP as a bridge currency to do cross-border payments. But their clients don't necessarily need to buy and hold XRP themselves to use it. Like, Ripple can do it in the background for them. Also, when you use ODL, you're essentially buying XRP with fiat A and then selling that XRP for fiat B to ultimately go from fiat A to fiat B. So there's an equal buy and sell going on, which cancels out. So it wouldn't really affect the price of XRP like a buy and hold would. But actually, it looks like market makers do have to buy and hold XRP in order to service the liquidity that's needed for ODL clients. So it does stand to reason that increased adoption for ODL should translate into increased adoption for XRP. But so far, we haven't seen that make the price go up. It seems like demand from the ODL service hasn't been able to overcome the price action from speculators at this point. Maybe if the volume increased even more, it would be able to break XRP free from the speculators' grasps. But who knows? So my verdict here is that while ODL growth is amazing to see, I don't think we can conclude that it is amazing for XRP's adoption. Next, we gotta look at their upcoming Liquidity Hub product and see how that will affect XRP. So Liquidity Hub is a solution for their enterprise customers that will let them purchase crypto assets from a variety of places like market makers, exchanges, or OTC desks. This actually hasn't launched yet because I believe they're waiting on licensing and other regulatory stuff to clear first. But when they do launch, they will begin by supporting popular coins like Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. And they also plan on rolling out traditional crypto features like staking and yield products in the future. Now, even though they're pre-launch, they do have some early alpha partners trying out their product already, like CoinMe, which has those machines in grocery stores that let you convert cash to crypto or vice versa. They're integrating with Ripple's Liquidity Hub product to speed up their conversions. Or also Lunu in Germany. They are integrating with Liquidity Hub to let their luxury goods clients accept crypto more easily. So that's all very promising, but will this translate into actual adoption for XRP? Well, not really. I mean, it'll most likely improve liquidity and access to XRP for the clients, which is smart of them because after the lawsuit went down, we saw Jump Trading, Galaxy Digital, and even Coinbase drop XRP. So this Liquidity Hub product makes Ripple less dependent on other entities to make the XRP markets for them. And so it does kind of benefit XRP in a more roundabout way because it helps improve the foundational stuff like liquidity and access. But it definitely does not bring direct adoption in the same way that ODL does. Alright, next let's shift our focus and turn to central bank digital currencies and stablecoins because Ripple has been making moves in that area. In terms of CBDCs, Ripple is running pilots with several governments around the world. Some of them are using their own private version of the XRP ledger, while other ones are running it on the public ledger. And in terms of stablecoins, we see some of them being issued on the XRP ledger as well. Ripple says that these are a perfect fit for the XRP ledger because that was designed for payments and issuing currencies, right? And that's exactly what CBDCs and stablecoins need. So in terms of examples, Ripple is helping the Central Bank of Bhutan with a private ledger CBDC. They're working with the Republic of Palau to explore a digital currency on the public XRP ledger. In terms of stablecoins, they're working with Stably to issue a USDS stablecoin on the XRP ledger, and they're working with Novati to issue an Australian-based stablecoin, AUDC, also on the public ledger. So that's all pretty cool. But in terms of benefiting XRP, only the things built on the public ledger would do so. Because remember, XRP is used as gas for transactions, and also when you create a new address on their blockchain, you have to deposit 10 XRP into it as a minimum reserve. So yes, more activity and more assets on the XRP ledger does benefit XRP, but in these specific cases, they're all super early and super small. So I don't think they'll have any significant impact on XRP adoption, at least not anytime soon. Next, let's dive into the crypto sphere and take a look at what Ripple has been doing with NFTs and metaverse stuff. They've actually been hard at work in this area. Like, they launched a new standard called XLS20 that would bring native NFT support to the ledger. And they created a $250 million creator fund to encourage teams to build NFTs and metaverse projects on their ledger. So far, that's brought companies like Balmain, a French luxury fashion house, and Lotus, the iconic British sports car company, to create some collections on the XRP ledger. They've also integrated with marketplaces such as Mintable and Mint NFT. But remember, the question here is, does any of this help with XRP adoption? Well, I think a little bit because these all do live on the XRP ledger. And once again, that does require XRP to function. But actually, what's surprising to me is that they're working on a new blockchain network called Root Network that will be directly integrated with the XRP ledger. That project is led by an NFT and metaverse project called Fluff World, and they're going to make XRP intricately tied to the Root Network. Like, XRP will be used to pay for gas fees on there, and it's also going to be used to pay validators of their network. So that's quite interesting to see, and I'm very curious to see how this plays out for both them and Ripple. Well, there you have it. We got ODL, Liquidity Hub, CBDCs, and NFT/metaverse stuff all going on in Ripple land. If we consider all of that, plus their relationships to XRP, I would say that it's not complete hopium in terms of XRP adoption. Like, they do have some adoption going on, but I don't think it's anywhere near where it needs to be given the hype and their current market cap. Like the growth of ODL looks very promising, but something weird's going on there, right? Like all that success doesn't seem to translate into XRP demand for whatever reason. Maybe it's just that while their growth is formidable, it's not yet enough to make a dent in the overall supply and demand forces of the global XRP markets. Either way, I think Ripple's team's actions support my conclusion because we see them focusing on more traditional crypto use cases like DeFi, NFT, and metaverse stuff on the XRP ledger. Most likely because those will more directly increase adoption for XRP than the traditional finance stuff that they've been working on thus far. Let me know if you think I got anything wrong, and if you like this type of analysis, then be sure to subscribe to our newsletter to get a lot more of it. Link below in the description.